Well, hello, my pretties. It's Queen of Lions here, and welcome to episode 171 on Shadows and Pretties. Today, in this episode, last video episode we talked about was the Tigger movie. I decided to go ahead and do another Winnie the Pooh movie called Piglet's Big Movie. Now, this is a Winnie the Pooh movie that came out in 2003, and this one is the third theatrically released Winnie the Pooh series in the film. However, though, this one is focusing on Piglet, who wanders off into the Hundred Acre Wood, leading all of his friends to form a search party for him. Of course, this Piglet's Big Movie was produced by the Japanese office of Disney Toon Studios, and the animation production was Walt Disney Animation Japan Inc. So, this was directed by Francis Gilbas. So I think we should get started on this movie. So yeah, for those who haven't watched the movie in a really long time, I recommend watching this movie again if you have not watched it. But I also recommend that, you know, watch this movie again if you want a refresher. But, let's get started. Starts out with Eeyore, Rabbit, Tigger, and Pooh are working on a plan to try to get the honey from the beehive, getting the bees to move into their new hive by convincing them that Eeyore is a bee. So Piglet arrives and wants to help, but is told that he is too small to help. The plan then goes away when the bees see through the plan, but Piglet manages to divert the bees into the new hive and trap them. Unfortunately, Piglet's friends take all the credit for themselves when they fail to notice Piglet's heroism, making him leave dejectfully. So after the bees break free, Pooh, Rabbit, Tigger, and Eeyore escape to Piglet's house when they did notice that Piglet is missing. They all decided to find him after being joined by Roo, using Piglet's scrapbook as a guide. The five use the pictures to tell the stories depict from their Varen, and leading to several flashbacks. Like the first story was told when Kanga and Roo first moved into the Hundred Acre Wood, where Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and Rabbit were afraid of the newcomers. Rabbit conducts a plan to use Piglet as a decoy so they can ransom Roo and force Kanga to leave. When Kanga finds out about the plan, she plays along by pretending that Piglet is Roo, where Piglet then learns of how nice she is. Meanwhile, Roo, Rabbit get along, and realizing how nice they are, they all agrees to let Kanga and Roo stay. So the second story is told by an expedition to find the North Pole, where Piglet uses a long stick to save Roo, who had fallen in the river. His heroism then looked overlooked when he gives the stick to Pooh to try to catch Roo, and it had been catapulted into the air during the rescue, only to be caught by his mother. And Christopher Robin, crediting Pooh for finding the North Pole, the stick he is holding. Back in the present, the friends then regret not sharing the phrase with Piglet. However, the third story is told by the building of the house at Pooh Corner, where Piglet comes up with the idea to build Eeyore a house in the area, where they named Pooh Corner and are joined by Tigger to build it. As Tigger and Pooh build the house after finding a neatly stack of sticks, Piglet struggles to keep them up, and every attempt to build the house falls apart. So Tigger and Pooh go to inform Eeyore of the bad news, leaving Piglet behind. When they find Eeyore, he says that he's already built a house for himself out of sticks, revealing the sticks that Pooh and Tigger found was his house. Piglet then arrives and leads them back to Eeyore's new completed house, but once again, Piglet's contributions are overlooked as the wind gets the credit for moving Eeyore's house. So then we take place back in the present. An argument between Rabbit and Tigger ends with the scrapbook falling into the river without their guide. The friends return to Piglet's house, and then after making drawings of Piglet's heroism, the friends decide to resolve and find Piglet. During their search, they come across several pages from the scrapbook, which floated downstream, where they find the book's binding suspended on a hollow, loose old log, looming over the waterfall. Pooh eventually goes to try to retrieve it, but falls into a hole in the log, while the others try to rescue him, but they couldn't reach him at any moment. Piglet arrives and helps pull Pooh to safety, just as the log begins to break in half. Eeyore, Rabbit, Roo, and Tigger manage to escape, but the front half breaks off. The survivors begin to cry, thinking that Piglet and Pooh died. But they manage to get them out on time by jumping to the bottom half of the log to reunite with their friends. Piglet's friends then take him back to his house to show them their new drawings. So during the party the next day, Pooh takes Piglet to Eeyore's house, revealing that he changed the sign to that read Pooh and Piglet's Corner. When everyone else arrives, Pooh claims that it's the least that they could do for a very small piglet that has done such very big things. Thus, the movie ends. So, I definitely have to say it's a really great movie. I recommend reading it if you want to, and I mean, it's actually pretty good for this movie. So, I mean, they got pretty good casting of the characters and etc. I really do like the cast of the characters. I mean, Piglet's Big Movie was produced by Disney Studios and Walt Disney Animation in Japan, and the music in this is fantastic. So we got like Carly Simon, who wrote songs for this film, such as, well, with a few good friends and etc. I mean, she's, basically wrote 7 songs for the film, performed 6 of them. So, to be completely honest, I really do like that this film features Jim Cummings as Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, and John Fiddler, who is Pooh. No, wait, Piglet, sorry. My mind was just in a jumble for a second. Accompanied by their children, Ben Taylor and Sally Taylor, on many of the songs. So, anyways, this includes some, some film scores of the film by Carl Johnson, as well as Simon's original demonstration recordings of the songs. So, Piglet's Big Movie was number 7 of the box office charts for its opening weekend, earning about $6 million. The film domestically grossed out about $23 million, half of the amount that was the Tigger movie that ended, nearly grossed nearly $63 million worldwide. So, of course, they did have Piglet's Big Game movie game that came out for the PlayStation 2 and Nintendo GameCube and Game Boy Advance, which is entitled Piglet's Big Game. So it was pretty interesting. So this one was released on VHS and DVD in 2003. Eventually, the movie eventually came out on DVD later on. But this, I have to say, I mean, if you're a Winnie the Pooh fan, I really highly recommend you check this out. It's got a pretty good cast of characters, really good choices of, characters. I really do like how, the plot of this movie is. I like the animation. It's still pretty good for a Winnie the Pooh movie. I mean, I kind of knew they were going to make this when I saw trailers of it as a kid. And ever since I was a kid, I really enjoyed this movie, and it's actually one of my favorites. So with that being the case, I mean, you feel free to state your own thoughts and opinions on this movie, because I like to hear what you guys think. Like, if you like this movie, that's fine. I respect your opinion. If you don't like this movie, that's pretty understandable too, as, that's basically, everyone's opinions, and everyone's all entitled to their own opinions. I guess, to be fair, I really thought this movie was nice. It's still a good movie, even though I was a kid. It's still pretty good. So, I guess with that being the case, it's got a pretty good cast of characters. It's got a good concept. I have always enjoyed this movie ever since I was a kid. So, what do you guys think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make the movie a lot better, you are free to state your own thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you're new to my channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, I guess I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, and yeah, I'll see you all next time.